Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I got to apologize for the lack of uploads recently. I was planning on doing a lot more reviews, and then I don't know, I just kind of didn't feel like it, and yeah, I didn't have the motivation. Now today I'm going to be going over the iPad Air 4, which was released in October of 2020. I've had this device since June of this year, or July was it? I'm pretty sure it was June, but it may have been July. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Now, first I'm going to go over the specs of this device. This device comes with the A14 Bionic chip, and it is currently on iPadOS 15. And it's probably going to get at least 4 more years of support based on how Apple does their updates. Now this device comes with either 64GB or 256GB of storage, both those coming with 4GB of RAM. Although if you're going for the 256GB version, just don't go for it. I'll go over this later, but yeah, just don't go for it. I'm gonna go over the cameras now because the cameras are kind of useless. The only thing you should be using these cameras for is either Zoom calls or FaceTime calls. The main camera on the back is 12 megapixels. The main camera on the back is 12 megapixels at a 1.8 aperture, and based on Apple's website, this is wide angle. It's not really wide angle, but that's what Apple says. You probably won't be using that camera much. For the camera you will be using, it's a 7 megapixel front-facing camera at a 2.0 aperture. Now the only issue with this front-facing camera, I mean, it's not great, but the only issue other than the fact that it's not great is it has no center stage like on the iPad Pro. Finally, for the colors of this device, it comes in 5 pastel-like colors: space gray, silver, rose gold, green, and sky blue. Going along with that, the body is very sleek. Now, this device is very slim. It comes in at 9.75 by 7.03 by 0.24 inches. This device also comes with a top-mounted fingerprint sensor, unlike Face ID that is found on the iPad Pro. Now, I have dropped my personal device on many different occasions, and I see no signs of wear or tear at all. This iPad also comes with a magnetic connector for their accessories and USB-C, which at this point Apple just needs to put on their iPhones, but that's not up for my decision. With that USB-C port, you're going to be charging the 7,606 milliamp hour battery. Now with this battery, you're going to get up to 10 hours of usage on this beautiful display. Now, what is the display? The display slots in just below the iPad Pro 11-inch at 10.9 inches. The device comes with a liquid retina display, which comes in just below 4K at 1640 by 2360 pixels. And for those people who like pixels per inch, that is 264. This display also has True Tone, which will try and keep whites as accurate as possible under any lighting scenario. Although if you are doing any photo or video editing, you're going to want to turn this off. Which, speaking of, LumaFusion. Now, I edit all of my videos on a program called LumaFusion, which you can find on the App Store for $20. I see no hiccups pretty much ever. I have a keyboard and a mouse that I use while editing, and yeah, it's just a great program. Now on LumaFusion, I edit most of the time with the 2 internal speakers. Don't be fooled by the 4 grills, as there is only 2 internal speakers, unlike the iPad Pro, which has 4. Now I've been comparing this device a lot to the iPad Pro, and that's for a very good reason. Apple has put this device in a very awkward situation when making your purchasing decision. This device comes in at $600, which is $100 more than the iPad mini, which I understand is a completely different form factor. But when you consider the fact that it has the A15 Bionic instead of the A14, that might come into your decision. Now finally, there's the iPad Pro. Now for $200 more than the 64GB model, which I know seems like a lot of money, but if you're going for the 256 model, it's only $50 more. You're getting the iPad Pro 11-inch with 128GB of storage. Now with that 128GB of storage, you are also getting 8GB of RAM. Now with that, you're getting an actual 4 speakers, LiDAR, actually usable cameras, Face ID, center stage, 600 nits of brightness, and an actual Thunderbolt port. That's not even to mention the processor upgrade you get, which is the M1 chip. It's no doubt the M1 is way more powerful than the A14, which just makes the iPad Air a very weird purchase. But to fight back, the iPad Air is a great sweet ground for those people who just want a powerful device that is not $800. If you're willing to spend $600 and get 64 gigabytes of storage, this is the perfect device. Apple has put this device in a very, very awkward situation, but it's a great little powerful device that is $600 for 64 gigabytes. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. Peace.